Blurry. All right, welcome to my stream. My name is Jared O'Leary, and I've been playing drums for over 20 years, but I still have a lot to work on. So today, I'm specifically going to work on an exercise called slow paradiddle, and I'm going to do the variation that has Swiss drags in it. So if you go to my website, jaredoleary.com/drum, there are over 1,200 hours of free drumming content that will keep you and I busy for quite some time. But every day, more and more comes out. So stay tuned. Let me scroll all the way up. I'm working specifically on the slow paradiddle variations. When you click on here, there are many different variations on here. I'm going to warm up with the flam drags, and then I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'm going to push my hands to play even faster with the flam drags, and then I'm going to spend the bulk of the time working on this very last one, the Swiss drag variation of this. So stay tuned. And then at the very end of the stream, I will chop out. Now, if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, there will be descriptions, timestamps in there, so check that out. And you can jump forward to wherever you would like. Speaking of descriptions and timestamps and all that fun stuff, on all these play-alongs, if you click in the description, you can actually jump to any BPM that you would like. So, for instance, I'm going to go ahead and warm up starting at 120 for this exercise. Let's make sure this volume is up. Feels quiet. That's why. Whoop. There we go. Now it might be loud. Stay tuned. We'll find out. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning so far. Here we go. Paradiddle, paradiddle. That's where the exercise gets the name in those accents. Flam drags. Paradiddle. We're just trying to get the blood flowing. And then we're going to stretch and massage. Let's do 130. Again, timestamps in the descriptions. Paradiddle, paradiddle. I don't know what happened there. Realize that it's not level. Oops. Couple more times. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Arms are getting a little tired. Again, just warming up. And then we'll stretch and massage, and then work on the Swiss variations. Now we're going to stretch and massage. So first thing we're going to do, stretch, is we're going to hold our sticks like this. You pull one arm in, and then go to underhand grip, and then the other one follows, and then you just kind of push out. And you do this one slow. It's a weird stretch, but it's a good stretch. You know, with the like 2 different tones for the skin color. This could be like my twin, just like a body double, just like mimicking my movements out of this camera view. You never know. Actually, I had a former coworker who had a twin. Shout out to McKay. He's awesome. Okay. Now that we did that stretch, oh, by the way, if you're doing traditional, you can hold it this way and then rotate the other way and hold it. I'm not doing that anymore. I did that for several years. Not anymore. All right, so now we're going to stretch the underside. So you can do one at a time. You could do it here on your pad. I'm going to do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper it is. Do not put all your weight into this. You're not trying to tear anything. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to stretch the top part. So you could do one at a time. You could do this on your pad, or you could do it on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper it is. Again, don't put all your weight on it. Sweet. Now, stretch the fingers. So I'm doing, you could do it one at a time, but I'm doing both hands. Sorry about that. Both hands at the same time. Bump my mic. So thumb to thumb, just kind of let them push on each other. Again, don't like, just enough to stretch it, and then hold it. All right, index fingers. So this morning, I'll be doing this drum string, and then I'll do Elden Ring, and then I got a meeting, and then a bunch of video edits, and then tonight, we're going to do some Fortnite, try the update, some new perks, and there's a new item, like a falcon or something. Hiccup. I get those a lot. I don't know why. Hands the pinkies. Now water. Move that closer. A word from today's sponsor, water. Use code Jared O'Leary in the water shop for a discount. Okay. Thumb on top, fingers on the bottom, massaging. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to switch to the other arm. My twin is doing a great job of mimicking these movements. Good job, twin. Okay, now I'm going to massage the back side of the hand while I massage the palm with the thumb. Should do these kinds of stretches and massages every time you drum. After a little warm-up, just get the blood flowing. Help loosen things up. base to tip of the fingers at least 2 times. Every finger is going to be different every day, sometimes more. Just kind of massaging, wiggling your way across. Okay. Massaging again. And we're here. Ooh, yeah. All right. And then we're going to go back to the play-alongs. Beep. All right. So, continuing with the flam drag variation, this time I'm going to try and chop out. So, I'm going to try and find a breaking point. So, let's jump up to 140. Here we go. My shirt, by the way, says Grinding for XP. You can find it on my website. Yeah, my hands feel a little rusty this morning. Whoops. All right, let's try 145. This might be my breaking point. Stay tuned, we'll find out. Today's episode of Jared Practices Publicly. That was weird. Yeah, that was weird. Don't know what happened there. And then there was the audio hiccup. Actually, I don't know if you heard that. Well, rather, you didn't hear that because it was an audio hiccup where it didn't make sound. Woo! Aw, man. She went under her doggo bed. It's 2 stories. It's pretty cool. My thumb came off the stick. It was like, whee! Just jumped right off. All right, let's try 155. This is going to be the crash and burn point. Calling it. Calling it. Well, that wasn't pretty, but it was fun. All right, if you're just joining, by the way, you can find this play-along and several hundred more play-alongs, totaling 1,200 hours of content on my website, jaredleary.com/drum, and I'm working on these. So that was the flam drag variations. Now we're actually going to get into the thing I wanted to practice today. So this one I did on Sunday, and it didn't go well. So we're going to slow it down all the way to 40. So if you scroll down, go into the timestamps. Beep. So slow. So Swisses are right, right, left. Everything sounds the same, but they're alternating Swisses for the first 2, and then normal, alternating, normal, normal. So it's a weird set of alternating. So this is the check. And then on the next page, same thing with Swiss drags. Oops. I alternated. That's not how you do a diddle. Oops. I did it again. Why? Why? Okay, that was shaky, so let's only go up one click instead of jumping like 5 or 10. It's good to sit with the technique. Let's go up. Whee! We're gonna go up to 50. So I'll do like 2 reps, and then I'll go up 10. 2 reps, go up 10. And then when it gets to the point where it's like, well, let's go up maybe 1 at a time, maybe 5. It's important to play these slow. And practice with a nice, relaxed, light accent. Just pull back. You don't need to force it. Watch out for the, whoops, note after the accent on the Swiss, so it's not too high, like that. Cool. Now we'll do it one more time at 50s, and then we'll jump into the 60s. I hope if you're watching this live that you're also playing along and trying this. And if it gets to a point where it's too fast, well, you have access to the play along, so you can go slower. But if you're playing along, pretend like you're having to listen in here. Oops. Just thought of, like, you could do a chut cheese, which is a flam drag with a cheese instead of a drag. But do it as a Swiss. Your left hand literally doesn't stop. What is this exercise catered to? Messing with your brain. This is just a fun variation of slow paradiddle. So there's 9 different variations of this exercise, and this one's kind of the wonkiest of them all, but it's just kind of a chop burner. Let's go. That was 50, so let's go to 60. Don't know why I didn't jump back up, but okay. How you doing this morning, Kulong, by the way? Not bad. Comfortable. Really focusing on keeping those taps consistent. I want to make sure that I'm not playing like that. For the Swisses. A little heavy on the accents. Trying to fix that. There we go. Let's go to 70. Woo! And scroll down to the timestamp. And by the way, this exercise and several hundred more free ones are on my website, jaredleary.com/drum. It's over 1,200 hours of drumming content more every day. I do. Give me a moment, and then I'll help you. It's a good question. Is it for drum kit or rudimental or concert percussion? Okay, let's answer your question. By the way, there's a huge delay on YouTube compared to Twitch. The Twitch chat, for whatever reason, appears much faster, and then on YouTube there's a significant delay between what I'm actually saying and what people are seeing on there. So my apologies for that. Okay, so self-taught drummers. Yes, there's a lot that you can do. One is learning from free resources. So for example, if you go onto my website, like I was mentioning, there's over 1,200 hours of content, and there's new play-along being released every single day. There's a bunch of stuff on here for your chops, so if you're working on rudimental stuff, check these out. These are some fun ones to play. If you're working on drum kit, it's kind of an excerpt from a stream. You can see how I develop limb independence, or attempt to, and continue to work on it. It's based off of a variety of research like neuroscience and sports psychology. All sorts of different things kind of came together to create that. My PhD is in music education, and my primary instrument's percussion. I mainly play rudimental in concert, and then I'm reworking up some drum kit stuff. But the way that I work on this is by practicing these different permutations. And if you watch this, it's not a great video. It's kind of me streaming and talking about it. But this shows you how you can develop limb independence. Here are some charts that I use. Yesterday's drum kit stream, I totally had myself on a variation, but some of the other ones kind of demonstrate some ways that you can use these to practice. And then if you want to work on technique, I highly recommend taking a look at these different grid variations, and then there's a bunch of different technique exercises. On here are a bunch of drum tips in general that I would recommend taking a look at if you're interested in it. As well as all the previous live stream stuff on here, so you can see how I practice things on drum kit, on rudimental, etc. That's how you can learn from the content that I create. But there's other resources like Drumeo, Drumeo. So they have a ton of content with some really high quality players. Honestly, lessons are really, really helpful for being able to learn from somebody who's kind of able to give you one-on-one feedback and listen to what you're doing and going, yeah, that's great, but here's how we take it to the next level. But you don't necessarily need that if you are self-motivated. So if you just look online for whatever problem you're having, or go onto Reddit and go into drum subreddits and whatnot, there's a bunch of them. I highly recommend just getting many different perspectives. So a multi-perspectival approach is the best way that I recommend doing this. So when I was getting lessons from rudimental instructors, I had at one point 3 or 4 different instructors that I saw every single week, so I could refine my technique in different ways. So whether it was doing traditional or doing match grip or doing whatever. So that is something that I highly recommend, but you don't have to do that by paying money. You can do this all online. So I used to teach in person. I do private lessons. I've taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral student. And I have to say that, honestly, I think you can get the majority of the benefits doing asynchronous, just learning from YouTube and content, on Drumeo on my website, or searching for just other drummers on YouTube. And take everything with a grain of salt. So everybody has their own different perspectives. And once you start to learn that variety of perspectives, then you can kind of refine and what works best for you and your hands and your goals for what you're trying to do as a percussionist. So that is a very broad way of kind of trying to address what you're talking about or what you're asking about. But another way that I recommend, let me show you on here. So I keep track of a progress journal on like how I'm doing on stuff. So like these are the different permutations or limb variations that I kind of demonstrate in my drum kit streams or drum set streams. And so I reset this and started keeping track of like, okay, how was I playing this? So previously I played it at 160. It was technically proficient. I had fun while doing it. So yesterday when I was doing this, I moved it up 10 clicks. I did it at 170. It was still technically proficient. 180, however, was just kind of meh. So I keep track of like how I'm doing and then just like analyze what I can do to improve. So every one of these streams, I go back afterwards and I rewatch them to think of how can I explain something differently or how could I improve my playing better. Like this exercise that I'm working on with the slow paradiddles, I worked on this on Sunday and was like, oh, I've never done this before. Let's try it. And it didn't go well. So that's why I'm breaking it down and working on that in particular. So there's two main things that I can recommend is one, get many different perspectives from many different people, like learn different styles, learn from different types of instruments like rudimental, concert, drum kit, etc. They all help you. The chops that I gained on rudimental make it so that my drum kit chops are like way better than most people who only play drum kit, etc. And then the second thing is to reflect and analyze your own playing. So if you do those two things, then you'll be good in the long run. Just keep asking questions like you're doing here. You can stop by on a future stream and be like, hey, I'm having a problem with blah. How might I work on that? And I'll say, here's how you do it. Or I might be like, I don't know. That's a great question. Let's find out together. So long-winded answer. Hopefully that was helpful in some way. But I'm going to get back to you playing through some slow right, left, right, right. Okay. 71. Oh, and play slow. I started this at 40 for a reason. Yep, doing the slow jams here. Everything's better slower. Dr. Dre taught me that. You're very welcome. If you just go to my website, jaredoleary.com, just share it with other people. And if you want more ideas of how you might be able to support, if you'd like to, there are so many different free ways to do it. But if you just go to support this content, this shows you several different ways that you can do it for free. The last two or the last three are paid, but I just recommend taking a look at these. The number one thing that I ask is just share it with other people. That's it. Just trying to help. I'm creating all the resources I wish I had when I was first learning 20 years ago. 20 plus years ago. Wow. Old. Oh, we'll watch that money pile up, Neuro. Don't worry. And by the way, I have a multi-stream up, so I see chat from Twitch and YouTube right now. So if you're wondering who I'm responding to and they're not in your chat, that's why. Magic. All right, so now we're going to go up to 80. Let's see how it goes. Cool. We'll do 81, and then we'll jump up another 10 clicks into the 90s. early. All right. Oh, you're no longer all by yourself. You can tell I'm not a singer. Let's pause. I need water. This is a fun exercise, but it's weird. There's so many alternating Swisses, you don't normally play it that way. Here we go. Go. Double tapped it, apparently. Alright, 90. That grace note in the play along feels early. Nine to one. Whoa. Whoops. Little brain fart there. I was reading your comment. Whoops. Didn't mean to go backwards. No, that was just a 90. I want to go to 100 now. Let's see. Funny story about playing slow makes a difference. Jared and I were students together. He preached playing slow with a metronome. We had a regional band judge tell us a whole group of us were playing things wrong. Really, just didn't have it right. I don't remember that. To be honest, though, I remember my mistakes, not other people's. I'm not competing with other people. But oh boy, do I remember mine. And I learned from them. Don't want them to happen again. Yeah, Neuro and I have known each other forever. He hated me in high school. His freshman year was my sophomore year. I was his section leader of the pit. And he hated me. I grew on him. Let's see how 110 is going to go. This is a hard exercise. I was very disciplined and expected that of everybody else in the section. It didn't go over well. Whoops. Okay. It's getting a little rough. Meditation helped. Okay. This might be my breaking point, 120. Stay tuned, folks. We'll find out. Today's episode of Jared Practices Publicly. Same intensity, but calmer. I like that. It's a compliment. I'm going to push past my breaking point. Now, kululong, one of the things that I like to do when I'm practicing, yes, I practice slow. The bulk of my practicing is very slow. And then I like to push my brain and my hands to play beyond their current limits, just to kind of slowly train them to think and play a little bit faster. So let's try 130. Yas. Oh, that's weird. All right, you think 140? Let's find out. This is gonna go bad. And then after this, at the end of the practice sessions, I like to just do something to chop out on. I'm gonna do a shopping spree. Stop. That was rough. Okay, so 140 was better than I thought it would be, but it was definitely not great. All right, do I want to do BD99 shopping spree or my favorite one? I'm going to do my favorite one. All right, we're going to start this at 120. And I'm going to try and intentionally just get to my breaking point. Yeah, and we're actually going to be hanging out together tonight. Some Fortnite. 8 o'clock Eastern. Whee! I love this exercise. It's so much fun. Let's just go up 5 clicks at a time. And then we'll go until my hands spontaneously combust. Enjoy this ASMR stream. Woo! That's right on that edge. Let's jump off that edge. Ugh. Oh, my arms. They're giving up. Okay. I'm going to try it at 135 after I take a little water break. Stop. So after this, I'll end the stream. Then I'm going to do some Elden Ring in like 15 minutes. And then Neuro and I will play some Fortnite tonight. You can follow Neuro on Twitch, by the way. Or I guess on YouTube he's called The Barker Lab. All right. Yeah, so anyone who's watching this live or watching this after the fact, everything that I was playing today can be found on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. I'm trying to do these drum streams every single morning. You can watch them after the fact on here. Right now, there's 61 streams, so you can see how I practice, why I practice. I try and give tips throughout. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing some more limb independent stuff. Yesterday, when I did it, it was so bad. I'm going to try and go back to pattern number 16 and attempt to make it less bad. So stay tuned. We'll find out. But Kalulu and the Barker Lab, I appreciate you both for stopping by. Kalulu Long, please feel free to stop by in future streams down the road if you have questions. I'll try and help as best as I can. I have been playing for a while, but I don't know everything. Still have a lot that I'm working on. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to change this setup, get ready for some Elden Ring, and then stream that in 10-15 minutes or so. So, see you later. Goodbye. know what? I'm actually coming back. Check this out. This is weird. I don't see most of the comments that you just left. The last comment that I saw is you guys seem like best buds, and then that's it. That's so weird. I don't know why this does this. So Streamlabs is weird, so it totally froze. Yes, so to answer your question, whether or not you can learn this, yes, you totally can. It's just a matter of going slow. So like something like this, you don't need to play it at 120, etc. You can go all the way down to 20 and just, here's what it sounds like. If you go that slow with this stuff, that can significantly help out with playing these. So that's why I make these play-alongs so extreme in terms of like all the way down to 20 BPM, all the way up to 160 BPM, etc. So I highly recommend just like working on this stuff slow. But one of the easier things that you could do instead of jumping into the chop exercises is check out the grid variations on here. There's over 500 of them now. So these are some great things that you can work on, like these sticking variations. Work on these, and you can play them like with different limbs. So like make your right hand your right foot and your left hand your left hand. So that way you're playing between the bass drum and like your snare drum or something. And like play through these variations. There's also the 16th note variations. Like there's so many things that you can do, especially in these first couple with the stickings, the diddles, and the flams. Once you get into this hybrid rudiment stuff, it's more for like marching stuff, but that hopefully is helpful for you. And again, I apologize, I did not see these comments. Let me see if I can show you what Streamlabs looks like. We're going to go here. And we're going to show that. Whee! So that's the last that I saw was up to there. And I did not see any of this stuff. So my apologies. But anyways, I'm going to go set up, tear down, all that fun stuff. Thank you again.